Okay, after doing this design some a while ago, people started asking me to do a tutorial on how to do it, so that's why I'm doing this. So I'm going to be creating the design from scratch. So the first thing you want to do is to create your documents. Go to File, New, or just press Ctrl N. And currently, I'm using Instagram 4 by 5 size, which is 1080 by 1350. My blog is checked and sent it to because it's just social media design. That's why I'm using sensitive resolution here. So I'm going to be creating it. So the first thing you want to do is to create a gradient. Create a gradient. Okay, just follow steps I'm doing here. Go to the basic here, select any of these colors here, and then come to this place, click on the color here. Then you create a lighter shade of black close to white. Then you come to this other part. Then you, not totally white, just bring it down a bit. Okay, so you might not need that much, so you come here and select radial and reverse it so that the lighter part is inside. Then you come to this scale here just to diffuse the gradient. Okay, I think this is perfect. So the next thing you want to do is to come to your file, because I'm going to be doing some things on the background here. So you come here and then you bring this picture in this place, and then you place it. After you place it, you press Ctrl Alt Shift B to convert it to black and white. I don't want the color, so let's just increase it a bit. I'm increasing it right a bit. Okay, select okay. Then you come to filter gallery, select on the blur, Gaussian blur. Okay, let's just select somewhere about 10. Yeah, this is perfect. Okay, to make it blend in the background, as you can see, there is a sort of distinction edge here. I'm going to be using the mask. Click on my brush tool, come here, selecting the soft round brush. Okay, that's hardness is 0. Let me increase the brush size a bit. Okay, so I will brush it off. Okay, sorry, our flow, set your flow to 100. So I will brush it off just to make sure that the background blends in properly. Okay, so the next point of call right now is to bring our image in. Okay, this image I'll be using for this design. Let's wait for it to load. Okay, so I'm going to be increasing it a lot, just to achieve the effect I want for my design. Okay, let's place it. Okay, just before I move forward, let me reduce the opacity. Let me just reduce the opacity of this background. I can reduce it so I feel like it's too much, it's too obvious. Okay, so we are done with that. Let me reduce the size a bit. Okay, so we place it. So now the effect, as you can see in the original design, yeah, this part is faded out. So I'm going to be trying to fade this part out, and to do that, I'm going to be using a mask and a brush tool. Okay, so I'll be increasing the size of my brush. I'll just press the open parenthesis, yeah, and it will readjust, or the other one just to the close parenthesis to increase the size and the open to reduce the size. Okay, so make sure that your flow is set to 100. So just do exactly like this to make it's almost like it's blending also with the background, but that's not the aim we are trying. That's not what we're trying to achieve. So also I'm going to be converting this to a smart object. The reason I'm doing this is because later on I'm still going to be applying a mask to this particular image, and to be hard to do that if it is not converted to a smart object. Okay, so I'm going to be writing my text now. I just press T, that's a shortcut for text tool. Or you can just come here and click on the text tool, and you write happy birthday. Okay, let me place this. Currently, that's not the font I want to use. I'm using Monument Extended. And I'm using the ultra bold. Okay, and I'm aligning it to left, and then I'll be using the space in between the text. Okay, so I'm going to my move tool, and I'll be increasing the size. So, and holding on to my shift, I'm going to be rotating it. The reason why I'm holding shift is so that it can rotate at a 15 degrees, an accurate 15 degrees. So that's why I'm holding on to the shift. So I'm going to be doing it like this. Okay, increasing the size. Just try and follow accordingly. Okay. Okay, so after done with this, I'm going to be duplicating this picture and putting it on top of this layer. Now, before I do now, to do that, you can say either press Ctrl J or you press on Alt and you hold on the object and your layers panel and you just drag it or above. You understand? So that's me duplicating the layer. Ctrl J or you use Alt to duplicate it. Okay, so let me hide this one on top. And the next thing I will be doing is to create a layer mask on this picture below. So I will create a layer mask. After I create a layer mask, holding on the layer mask, I will hold Control and press on the T here. You can see what I'm pressing here, and press on the T. Now, right now, the pixels of the text has been selected. But now, to do what I want to do, I don't need the pixels of the text. I need the pixels of everything outside of the text. So to do that, I just press Ctrl Shift I, and automatically what's selected right now, as you can see with this bounding box, it's not the pixel of the text, but everything outside of the text. So now, seeing that I'm still clicking on my mask here, I will go to my brush and I will do a little setting again. Now this time around, I need the add round brush. I need the add round brush. So, but I need to reduce the size because of what I'll be doing. I need to reduce the size. Okay. So I just press Control to zoom in my picture. Okay, so without much further ado, and then I will clean it off this part. Just follow what I'm doing. Cleaning all these parts, cleaning all these SSCs, just clean it off. Just clean it off. Now you just make it faster at this point. Just clean it off. Just clean it off, clean it off. Okay, so now just clean it off. So we have done a very good job here. So I'll be showing the layer on top here, and I'll be clipping it to the layer below. To clip two objects together, we are going to be holding on Alt, and in between those two objects, we are going to be clicking on it. As you see, the icon has changed. Automatically it clips it. Now, just that this text now is not the reference, or is not the reference layer for this particular picture here. So I'll be double clicking on this layer, or I will right click and I will press on blending options, or I double click on an empty layer. So now I'll be applying a stroke effect. Just try and follow me. Now it's it has been set here, but let's just see what I'm doing here. Click on this place, change the color here to somewhere here, somewhere this, and this other part, make it pure white as it is already. Okay, so just apply a shadow effect. Now this is too much. Just apply a shadow effect. Make it soft. This time make it soft and decrease the opacity. Now as you can see, our design is coming up already. So at this point, I want you to just group them together, press Ctrl G, or you just come here and you, after selecting everything you want to group together, come to this icon here and press G and you group them together. So just say the text effect. I like labeling all my stuff so that to give them proper, so that I can easily work on them. When I just open the document, I can see, okay, this is what I'm working on. Let's group this as a background PG. Okay, so the next thing is to apply all the glow effects you are seeing here. They are very easy, trust me. Okay, so to apply the glow effect, let's create a new layer. Click on this icon to create a new layer. So we need a soft round brush here. So we need a soft round brush, and we need to change our foreground color to orange. Orange color you see here. Your foreground color to this orange, and then just dab once. See, and make sure your flow is ordering what is ordering. After you dab once, click left on your move tool, and you increase the size as so. Now, after increasing size, you click on your blending option and then you go to your add light. You can see that we have an effect already. Now let's move this whole thing to the left a bit, yeah, to make it centralized. Okay, so are you seeing what I'm doing here now? So we are going to be duplicating this layer. So you can just press Control V and duplicate it. So you just move this one also down here, move this one down here. I want this to reflect on the face a bit. Okay, move this one down here. Okay, so after doing this, we want to include some other few details on the design. Now, the first thing we want to include is the date of the design, the date for this particular, the date of the birthday. Sorry, so the date for this particular birthday is 22nd of February. Okay, I'm going to be reducing the font weight to regular for the February and change the color to somewhat this. And then the color of this one on top also, I'm going to be changing it to this. Okay, we're changing to that, and then I'll be placing my word, and I'll be moving them down a bit like this. Okay, so I need to write the name of the celebrant also. Click on your text tool, come here, and you write, let's change monument. Okay, caps lock. So Adibare Amos. So I'll be changing this one here also, the font weight, making it regular. Okay, so I'll be increasing the size and so I'll be increasing the size. See, right now we're almost done with this design. Trust me, we are almost done. Just some few little touches and then to add some elements to it. Okay, so as you can see in this original design, I added this effect here. Now to add that effect, just come to here, select your ellipse tool, draw it manually on your sheet to create a perfect circle, and then the fill making it 0, and then the stroke, I'm making the stroke, giving the stroke a value not too big, but something reasonable. Okay, that is becoming too big. Yeah, somewhere around this. Okay, and I'm removing it just right above here and changing the blend mode to screen. Change the blend mode to screen or either of this that we have here. And let me reduce this opacity a bit. It's good like that. And the Barry Amos. Let me just change it. Let me change the color here to white. Let me see what it gives us. Okay. I think let's just revert the color back. Or let's make it red. Aha, I think this is what I'm looking for. This shade of red. So at least it's legible as it is. So now we're almost done. Now, one thing I usually do to my design to give it a unique feel is after everything I do, I used to have the color grading. And then to color grade, you have many options. You can, from here you have color balance, channel mixer, color lookup. But I just use the color lookup because it has some presets of its own. So I come here and just look for the one that I love, depending on the feel I want to generate. But for this particular design, I'm using this effect. I'm using this effect or this. Okay, let's go with the orange and just this opacity a bit. Okay, depending on what you want, you can just go with this. There are many options you can go for. You can go with this, anything you just want, depending on what you want to go for. For this particular design, just permit me to go with this. So after doing this now, we're almost done with our design. Now, what I usually do is I will select every object here, everything here. You understand? So I will select everything here and merge visible layer. Now what I just did now is what I would normally do before. Normally what I would have done, because what I just did, I just did a very destructive work on my design. If I wanted to change the values, I can't change it again. So what I usually do is that I just come to the topmost layer here and press Ctrl Alt Shift E. So it just converts everything underneath to a singular file. So I can work on that singular file, maybe to add more color grading to it or to do whatever I want it to. So on this part, I just convert it to a smart object after doing this, and I'll come to my filter, go to my camera filter, and I'll be adding some few color grading to the design. Okay, okay, it has opened. So basically, I just increase the contrast, I increase the saturation, increase saturation. Okay, increase saturation, and normally I like a bit of grain on my design. Just add grain to it. I don't like it too much. I don't like it being there. Okay, I think it's too much at this stage. Okay, for the detail also, for the detail, I will be adding sharpness to it. Just a little bit for me. Okay, I'll be adding sharpness to it. Just not too much. Okay, see it's popping up already. So let's okay. You can see the difference. This was before, this is after. See how the design came up very well. Let's say I just want to change this effect to this. I think I love this now. So I same effect thing I did. I just Control or Shift A. While holding on the topmost layer, I compose the smart object. I just hold on Alt. I just drag all these effects to this particular layer, and we have what we have here. Oh, either this or this, either this or this. Whatever your choice is fine. But that's just a brief of how I did design, of how I did this particular design. Of course, they have different views right now, but they are almost the same. I think this one I use a teal orange, same teal orange. But for this one, I added a levels adjustment layer just to make design come up. Okay, if you like the video you just watched, kindly like, subscribe, and turn on your notification icon. Consider the way to share it. Thank you.